How's it going, guys? It's Michael back with another Prodigy video, and in today's video, Prodigy has confirmed the release date for Dragon Isle, so I will be showing you guys that soon. And there's also a bunch of other leaks that we got today, so I'm going to be showing you guys that as well. But without further ado, let's just hop in. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the Dragon Isle release date, and as you can see from this Prodigy wiki post from First Mate Philip, it has been confirmed. He found it through the CDN, which is basically where Prodigy shares their upcoming stuff to the Prodigy community. And as you can see, the release date is August 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Me and Kevin don't start school until like a little bit later, so luckily we're not in school by then, so we're probably going to be able to post about it. Yeah, this is some really exciting news because all these leaks that we've been seeing for the past few months now are finally coming into the game. This is likely going to be our replacement for Harmony Island, which, as many of you guys may agree with me, it was probably the greatest area of all time. I'm going to miss it a lot. I don't know if this will be a perfect replacement for Harmony Island, but I'm still excited nonetheless. The second thing I want to go over is what the Dragon Isle dragons will look like. So
what the hell is even that?
From this guy, he found these Dragon Isle images in David A's recent video. First up is the Astral Dragon. And looking at the design, it looks pretty cool. I like what they did with the colors and the design. You can see like a moon shape here. I feel like they should have made it a star, but who am I to judge? I still think it looks pretty cool. I like the blues and the yellows that they used. I overall think it's pretty cool. Next is the Fire Dragon, and as you guys can see, this one looks very similar to Embershed. I am assuming that the Prodigy team took a lot of inspiration from like Embershed and Inferno when making this dragon, considering the face is almost similar to those two. To be honest, I don't know what's going on with the tail. I think that kind of throws it off a little bit, but again, another cool design. Next we have the Ice Dragon, and this one looks really cool. The whites and like the light blues were really well done in this one, and I like how it kind of looks like a Yeti too, with the horns and everything. And they added like a little bit of frost jaw with this icicle on its nose, and the ice for the wings looks really amazing. This one is really sick. And next up we have the Physical Dragon. From the get-go, I knew this one would look pretty weird from the face structure alone, and as you can see, the face is low-key kind of goofy, but it is what it is. The colors this time around are pretty interesting. I'm surprised they didn't use more grays for it and instead resorted to like kind of like the fire, but more like rocky in a way, which I guess would kind of fit Physical. He has like almost like a molten rock look, with his armor plates and the insides of his wings being red, and he almost has like a tooth of sorts. It kind of reminds me of that one dinosaur. I believe it's like the Spinosaurus or something like that. And yeah, pretty cool design. Again, the face kind of throws it off for me, with him having like two eyes on one side and I assume two eyes on the other side, and this random long nose for some reason, and his like square chin. It's just kind of weird, but overall it's still pretty cool. Next we have the Earth Dragon, and this one looks like it took a lot of inspiration from like a bunch of different bugs. So as you can see, we have like beetle horns on the front, and the scales on his arms look like beetle-ish almost, and he has praying mantis like arms connecting his body to the wings, which look like leaves. So I like how they incorporated a bunch of different bugs into this design. It was very clever on Prodigy's end, so I really like this one. Next up is the Shadow Dragon, and this definitely looks like something the Puppet Master would use against the wizards. By dragon standard, this doesn't really look like a dragon, if I'm being honest, but it's still really cool nonetheless. The dark purples were really well done in this one, and overall it's a great design. Next is the Storm Dragon, and this might be a hot take, but I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I feel like it looks too much like an ice dragon than a storm dragon, with like the light blues and the whites. It's kind of throwing me off. I feel like if they added like a few like dark grays and yellows instead of like pink and cyan, I feel like I would have liked this a bit more, but I think the design looks cool. I think the colors are just what's throwing me off. Then we have the water dragon, and this one looks pretty interesting. Its head is kind of throwing me off, kind of like the physical dragon, except this time I don't really know what's going on with this hump on its head. It kind of reminds me of like a beluga whale almost, and I think that looks pretty weird. The mermaid tail looks pretty cool, and again, the colors were really well done in this one. So overall, it's not a bad design. That'll be the video. I only covered the main points in this video that I thought were pretty interesting, but if you want to see all the other leaks that people found in the CDN, you can check out David A's video or PMGP's video. I'll link them down below in the description. But with that,